Anybody else think metronome, ticking clocks is the sound of madness? It's like doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, isn't it? Let's see what Crossroads has to say. What's up, Josh? Shout out to him.
But also, folks, they're doing this in response to the Omicron variant of the
Omicron!
virus, also known as the G variant. Remember, they changed the changed the word. They skipped over she.
Yeah. Happy Omicron
Folks,
season.
this is the Omicron variant that is about as dangerous as Alec Baldwin, as I've discussed.
Rude.
If you're afraid of Alec Baldwin, you might be afraid of the Omicron variant because they're about just as deadly. Currently,
Fear
right
is
now,
so silly.
in terms of known deaths, again, you've had 1 death in the UK.
Ooh.
They've now extended that to, they believe, 7 deaths
Death?
only reported in the UK. And even then, they're not attributing that for sure to they died of the Omicron variant. They
How
say
could you
people
know?
who had the Omicron variant died, meaning they might have died from something else.
Well, you know how they test, right?
In other words, folks, this variant they're talking about right now, the data does not in any way justify the reaction they're having to it, which raises some questions on what is justifying these incredibly harsh policies. And
that's
again,
crazy.
Let's talk about what the Biden administration is saying right now, because they're warning right now of a winter of death.
What? Winter of death?
I'll give you the exact information
for the
on
cold?
that. And of course, as
cold?
they're saying this,
What?
data coming out alongside these statements is suggesting otherwise.
Uh-oh.
This is probably, it seems, folks, becoming less severe rather than more severe.
What?
Based on the data alone. Again, we'll see what happens.
That sounds opposite. Seems
now,
like
folks,
a theme.
with the Omicron or the She variant of the CCP virus now spreading, the world is being fed contradicting narratives. While the science is showing that very few deaths, and again, it's unclear how many people have actually died from it. The only reports of any deaths are coming out from the UK. They're saying 7. But the technicalities of that statement are, again, 7 people who have the virus or had the virus died. They're not saying they died of the virus.
Just the same number of people that caused the number
But folks,
of deaths.
at the same time, medical officials in South Africa, where it originated, are repeating over and over that it's a mild illness. And we're seeing in other parts of the world that are dealing with this, that it's a mild illness.
Mild or the winter of death? Which is it?
But politicians in the United States and other parts of the world are warning about its severity while this is happening. The White House is now warning that, quote, for the unvaccinated, you're looking at a winter, this is a quote, for the unvaccinated, you're looking at a winter of severe illness and death.
Is he a fucking liar?
Your families and the hospitals you may soon overwhelm.
Or does he know something we don't?
So they're saying essentially, folks,
for the unvaccinated, a winter of disease and death? Is he a fucking liar? Or does he know something that we don't? Right? I think we've all heard that phrase. Never attribute to malice what could be explained by stupidity. So either he's evil or he's a fucking moron. Anybody got a guess? Care to hazard a guess? Anybody want to take a guess? You know it's fresh, right? You know what it is. Shout out to the creators. Rona Blender, Paving Melody, Odd Status, Batman, Epic the Dawn. What would you think? Former VP Biden. Is he a fucking moron? Huh? Is he a fucking liar? Or does he know something we don't? Those are your choices. Yeah, it's fresh. I'ma go with little column A, little column B. I'ma call him C, the C word that is Motherfucking, I'ma take a punt on this one and run it back for a touchdown. I might go for 2 if I have to. 8 sideways, it's always gonna be that way, like the days of Noah. Who said that? No one. Let me fall back. It's not my position. I could throw a lateral, change the transmission, order HOV lane permission with a green sticker on it. I guess I got a plug-in hybrid for the moment. I wish I got my Pell Grant back, money back guarantee, 3.25% on the annum. This motherfucker was supposed to reduce my taxes, student loans, credit card debt. Time to go home. These motherfuckers. Tell me, is it PSD? Pacific Standard Time, Daylight Savings? Or that shit that what happens after the war? What happens when you do a tour? Shell shock. Shout out to Carlin. All I got is knots on my back, knots on my shoulder, knots on my head, knots in my pocket. I'm not finna tell you what the fuck is in my wallet. Technology will be able to have some foldable, transformable rocket. I'm not trying to stop, look and listen. You got a pot to piss in? I would suggest sanitizing that bitch and cook some rice and beans or a different ditch. Many people have tamales for Christmas. Closest thing I can think of to a SoCal tradition that's not full of figments of somebody else's imagination. Did Nelson Mandela even get married? Did he even exist? Did he die of a broken heart or just fuck that bitch? Let's go Brandon, I keep telling them, but they can't stand him. I'm like a blacksmith because I turn the metal in every angle. Every time I try, I just dangle a preposition over the ledge. Just jump. Suicide isn't always the worst option on the table. I guess you gotta be willing and able, good with the follow through. 5 levels of scoring. I guess Steph Curry is head and shoulders above the best that it was, the best to come. The rest of y'all, fetch the ball, and my presence check it. Reminiscing with nothing you ever heard. Shout out to Hov. B. Yeah. The ivy is blue. Why? I stuck it in the liquid of similar hue. White leaves after linen color Labor Day holiday. Give it away. Did you do your Christmas shopping? Was poppin'. I love my accent, the way it is. Why stop it? If it's not broke, then if you're gonna fix it, I would suggest getting a second quote. Always get a second opinion when you're finna get some braces upon your wisdoms. I'm headed for a collision. I'm stuck between being jaded and a little cynicism. Cinnamon, name of strippers. Might as well be Winter Man, Double Man, Twin Peaks and shit. I miss the hard, harmless titties that seem to wire themselves. They never get tired, they always in stealth mode. Made by Jim Bob, how you been, bruh? I seen all these content creators on YouTube turn the knob. You need a ghost in the mirror, a ghost in the machine. If I could be clearer, I probably wouldn't choose to be on purpose. Find these niggas hella stupid, time wasting and worthless. Paving this shit crazy just like me. I met with a therapist with a college degree. He's smarter than me, wiser than me, but he only charges 90. I do double that for 60 minutes. If you keepin' track, this is pimpin' business. This is sickly for my strictly niggas. Let me shout out the homie Van. I'm freestyling right now. I'm doing this shit for the gram. I'm doing this shit for YouTube. Woo! Yeah, I'm in the car for YouTube, dude. I wish I was monetized. Ooh, my God, apologies is useless. I'll be home in 67 minutes. 67 minutes. If you want to return my call, you gotta know all 10 digits. I would explain. Yeah. Did you want to chat or no? Tell me what's happening. Chattanooga. Eric, freestyle fresh. She on the balance of the beat. Yeah. What's that sound? I don't really like it. It's gonna take a minute to get used to, but I think I might just turn on the light for the righteous. When I get home, I'm on the night shift. I always watch my babies in the middle of the night because my wifey needs to sleep, and I'm not finna fight or argue with a bitch that bleed every month. Psych, she on a pill, and it was her baby mom. People always looking at the mailman, the milkman, when their kids don't look exactly like them, but they don't know shit about genetics, epigenetics, biological children. People call you a bastard just because your daddy's not around, and it's a bad word. I never date an actress, they don't know who they is. They be running from they selfish shit. Knowledge of Kim and Kanye, it's not gonna make you richer, famous the long way. I heard it takes about 10,000 hours, so I'm 30% of the way there. It's by design. Bowser was the baddest nigga in the game. I'm not talking about the flame or the shells or the things on the wrist. Talking about dope. Yeah, good night, sweetheart. See you in the morning. Sucks that you lost all your value in your mourning your own soul. Your red bottoms seem so signed, sealed, delivered like the Stevie Wonder song. Got so much for a bong, but I'd rather hit it a little longer by myself like a roster. I don't share shit, that's impossible. I'm not an imposter, but I know that the wheat, the starch, the white shit, the sugars gonna fuck up my lungs, my liver, and my life. I'm a American, melanated. We need a new 3 letters to represent the whole United Nations. I'm excited about a pace I'm keeping, just like Reggie Miller. Rather be a piston from the D, and that's that. They call me JD, but I am just me. MEYOU, Mickey Mouse Club and a couple bitches. Rubber dub, but no soap, but the same name. I got a branch with an olive on the same aim. Similar sounds of Styles P. Talking about Jada, kiss your fucking life away. Split star 2, bust the rhyme, so much energy. Enough for the whole crew. A switch from coffee for the caffeine from Colombia. Now I'm on that green tea. Fresh. Love. Batman, fuck with me. Always spell it with a V instead of an A. It's going down today. I heard 2 fingers means peace for the holiday. Who wants a piece of this, nigga? I take a piece of pie, not a pizza pie. I'm not Mario, Luigi, or the other guy. Wario's the yellow one, right son, righteous indignation. I don't think his name was Buzz or Bugs, like the bunny. The fuck is so funny? Tom and Jerry is racist. Don't this sound like some snowflake BLM leftist hate speech? Tell me really how you like it, how you want it. What the fuck, duck, go. Click this, use the shit. I'm all up on the top of the hills looking for the hypocrites. They said that Cruella was the Ville, but still I could chill. 2:48, that's so nice. Not to interrupt the transmission. I'm irate. It's not a discussion, it's not a debate. Pure facts. Fuck anything else. You should be the truth. That's your wealth. I got more than 5 fucking real friends, so I guess I'ma live forever with extra dividends. It's a Roth IRA, pre-tax contributions all day. 6K minimum, maximum, It doesn't matter if inflation, I'll have you half of the time. You're not making twice as much, they owe you quadruple time after lunch. What the fuck? You working for a half a day, a work day, 8 hours, what they gonna say next? You can work while you sleep in the metaverse. Wow. The hearse come with the job. So no benefits, insurance, oh my god. Throw Sergi Ibaka alive from 40, fuck it. Throw it in the bottom of the net. I'm cooking with that anti-inflammatory seasonal spices you should be cooking with. I'm nicer than D. I'm twice as nice as 2 beats in a pot. 2 tea bags in a pot. Love such and such. The world is full of people. It's gassed up, full of juice. This is my world. Watch the shit unfurl like the toes of a girl. Didn't know she was getting into such an ordeal. Never leave your valuables showing. Bitch, you hoeing. Think about Britney in the back of a limousine, showing a camel toe for free. Well, do it for the exposure. Don't tell that to a loner. Why INFP, fuck with me. Follow me back to the cribbo. So, making sure I make it safely, ho. Remember monuments, landmarks, GPS, ways, shift to park. I've seen people run red lights right in front of a well-lit, not even at night. People so silly, stupid, loose tooth to toothless. Only takes about a week and a half. Big bad baby, bad bunny, ain't shit funny. The tooth fairy is very scary. Stop for raw milk at the dairy.
It's just different.
Too quick, too fast. Gotta make it last. Axel Foley, what's in your glass? Somebody asked me if Eddie Murphy should perform. I said it's funny, ha ha. Chappelle's an arm. The nigga made the same special 3 times, sold it for 50 million. That's a grind. I could fuck with that, but I'm not a worker bee. I'm not a queen either, but it's not categorically easily. 4/5 of integrity. Pareto principle. Got your own Pareto. Sucking dick at your own way, sideways. Ain't that gay? It's a parade involved. Tried to borrow it, but I did it all analog. Discrediting the digital, probably the way to make a smooth criminal. The original riddle didn't have an ending. I just made a fresher little twist on it. Nobody would buy black Twizzlers, so they made them red with some funk on it. I'm stable like the symbols are, vibrating everywhere. ADR. Be in the back of the producer's car with some produce, hoping that we not that smart. The smarter you are, the dumber your phone. You probably don't have a carrier on. It used to be 3G, now it's LTE. It's up to me. Good thing I'm a night owl. Wiser than Drake. Need more cowbell. Go to hell with the nonsense. To be honest, I feel accomplished. Just like that. Word. Self-paid. Self-made. Entrepreneurship. That's that velour shit. I stay comfy cause my money comes with me. Greenbacks give no fucks. Back in 1819 or some such and such. Not really a robber baron, Mr. Davis. Thought he beat Lincoln, but he was embarrassed. I thought it was communion, like a commission, doing this together, 50 United Nation states. The sovereignty of anybody with identity attached to a such and such SS. Wow. Digits that would carry me. I guess your passport looked different with a vax in it, but I'm just talking about the ones that's been sentenced. I'm not finna be by Guantanamo anyway, so I'm gonna have to hardly know when to go with the golden bear. It's such a cold stare. It's not a real ID if it passes for me when it's fake and you a fuck and you passionately screaming out another man's name with the hard R. I'm so sorry, but my bite's worse than my bark. People think I'm nice cause the spark in my smile. Such a bright-eyed guy, but I'm also foul. Fresh. Love. Take care of yourself. Stay on top of your shit. Shout out to Young Pharaoh. 3 for 1. Remember that shit? Holy Spirit, Father, Son. It's JD Fresh. Love.